what events are changing the timeline? Okay, we know that. We all know that the contents of Pelosi's laptop, as well as Hillary's emails, and all of the stuff that's been Andrew Weiner, his laptop, all of the stuff that's been collected. It hasn't changed. So I wonder, what is it that we're waiting for now? And sometimes it pisses me off a little bit that I'm a lot more tied in than most of you that are here, if not all of you that are watching me right now. And that's why you're watching me and I'm not watching you. But even with that said, I still get a little pissed off that I'm not further involved. You know, do I regret my life decisions, and do I regret doing the things that I did in regards to my career path and my exit of, no, I don't regret any of that. I would have done everything the same exact way. But I still wish I knew what the heck was going on here. And I've been trying to run it through my mind in terms of what could it be? Because it's not the audits. It's not even a question or not of, has there been election? Everyone knows there was. We could prove that we could have proved that back in November. Last November. It's not. I think there's something big. I think there's something very big and very unknown to everyone. Even me, my source, I don't even think my source knows. I think that there's something else, something significant, very significant, that is being kept from even the patriots, kept from even the truthers that are sent out there to spread the truth. And I think we're winding down, and I think we're about to find out what that is. Now, were we possibly waiting for, to get new systems in place? The shutdown of Facebook a couple weeks ago was not by accident. I mean, that had nothing to do with whatever the official narrative was. If you believe that, you got to be out of your mind. And then shortly thereafter, we have Trump announcing his new platform. So was there something that we were waiting on to have a new social media platform just transitioned over away from Facebook, away from Twitter, so we could still communicate through social media, through Trump's platform? That's not something that I was ever even aware of. I didn't even know that was coming. I knew he always said he was going to do a new social media platform, but did that have something to do with the jump in the timeline, so to speak? And again, here we go with timelines. We've been told so often to not look at timelines, right? To not put a lot of faith into timelines. And yet we do. We do it anyway because we're so spoiled into thinking that we have to. And I, like you, was waiting for and wanted to see these arrests happen throughout the month. The Facebook debacle there for a little while, the Facebook, getting shut down, and Instagram following and WhatsApp and the rest of them, all those outages that day, I was expecting, or I was maybe hoping for, just like you, to see a lot of this stuff happen right afterwards. It made a lot of sense. That was wave 1, and here comes wave 2, internet outages. And then wave 3, EBS. And it didn't happen. So, am I losing faith in the plan? No. I'm not losing faith. I know that this is still going to happen. And in the meantime, while we sit here and wait, we have to do everything we could to change our behavior. We have to do everything we could to prevent ourselves from ever getting in this position again. It's funny. Somebody said to me, it's probably about a week ago, somebody that you all know, actually, they said, do you remember that movie with Biff and the almanac? And I said, Back to the Future? He said, yeah. He said, Biff took the almanac and he knew, the scores of certain sporting events. And he bet on those sporting events. And then, Biff the grandfather gave Biff the grandson the almanac, and Biff the grandson became the richest guy in the world or whatever. And he had all this stuff and whatever. I said, yeah. And this is a big name. You guys know. And he said, do you think at any point that after Biff was making those bets and he was winning, let's say 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, whatever, after he was making those bets and he had a consistent win streak, whatever it might be, do you think he ever went into a bet thinking, oh, I'm going to lose this one? I said, well, no, probably not. He said, would you? He said, would you think that you're going to lose a bet if this book that you've been betting out of, and it's been predicted and you've won all of these, would you ever think you're going to lose? I said, no, probably not. He said, okay, well, there's your answer. I said, my answer to what? I didn't ask anything. He said, well, there's your answer to how this ends. He said, keep placing your bets. And he said, have confidence in the fact that they're going to win. So, truthfully speaking, a lot of, and I hope this is a good thing, a lot of the intel that's been flowing to people like me has started to diminish. A lot of the intel has started to get slower, as you guys have seen over the last month or so. And what I truly believe is that the reason why it's getting slower and the reason why things are starting to slow down on a intel basis to people like me is because the final preparations of what we expect to happen are happening.